Great. Out here watching IINN. First, I thought KZIA was going to do something, but it just didn't look right. But now KZIA is losing out to IINN, which is the top watch. Here are my scans over here that I'm looking at. IINN up 83%, 6 million shares traded. KZIA lost the attention. IFRX up 11%, but look at this daily chart. Very, very choppy daily chart. So I wouldn't even trust a breakout on this one. And it's only up, what, 158 up to, or closed at 142 up to 158. That's nothing. So yeah, IIN is going to be the top watch. Oil also came on down under the 100 for a brief moment on yesterday. Back to these previous levels where it was building upwards. Now we're seeing a nice little slope downwards on oil, and breaking out of this channel twice. So it came down originally, broke this channel, came back up, retested the channel became resistance, and now it's back down. NQ. Now the NQ does look like it's trying to flatten out, but we'll have to let this thing play a little bit more because it has such a strong downtrend on the NQ, and it continues to come up to this. Let me draw it. What looks like a 50% mark here. If we start right here in the middle of this fall, like 50% here, and we draw a trend line straight down through here, it continues to come up to about that 40 to 60% of that channel. So it just hasn't started breaking back up yet. Okay, and the SPY doing the same thing, not breaking over that 50% retracement. Oh, Amazon. I saw Amazon this morning. Look at how crazy this this looks like a head and shoulders. Came down, bounced here. There's a shoulder pad. Where's my box? Here's a shoulder right here. And then here's the head. This is kind of scary. And then here's a shoulder. Now, the question is, will this fail? Will this stay inside of this head and shoulder pattern? Good morning, One Life. Good morning, Donnell. Will this on Amazon, this head and shoulder, be accurate and mark a continuation to the downside, especially after a break of the $100? If it breaks down the 100, it's been down there 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That is strong support here, right across here. And a break of that, oh man, that ain't gonna be pretty. Let me look at some of these other time frames too. So had a head and shoulder pattern back here on the monthly, weekly. What does it look like? Still head and shoulder on the weekly. I don't know. Maybe that's not a head and shoulder, but it looks like one. Anyway, today top watch is IINN. Let's go ahead and read up on that news. Inspira Technologies announces development of HYLA blood sensor. This Inspira Technology develops a non-invasive blood sensor designed to alert real-time change in patients. Potentially targets 2.5 billion ABG market. So basically, this technology is going to reduce the amount of blood samples that patients actually have to take, right? So or hospitals or whatever have to take from patients. Let's read some more here. Good morning, Daniel B. So INN, let's see what this little device looks like. Okay, Israel. Okay, it's based out of Israel. Maybe I'll go and check the profile. A groundbreaking respiratory support technology company revealed the development of HYLA blood sensor without the need to take actual blood samples from patients. Inspire's non-invasive optical blood sensor is being designed to perform real-time and continuous blood monitoring to alert physicians of immediate signs of changes in patients' clinical condition. The HYLA blood sensor is targeting the potential 2.5 billion point of care testing ABG arterial blood gas analyzer market. Optical sensor based on machine learning algorithms. The non-invasive sensor is being developed by a team of cyber warfare specialists who formerly served in Israeli defense forces, elite cyber attack forces. The HYLA blood sensor is being designed as a new platform based on key technologies being developed in Inspire's ART system. Expanding market for growth opportunities, real-time patient monitoring. Okay, so this is some Israeli stuff that's going to be monitoring blood without monitoring blood, basically. All right, so let's see the profile here. Whoops, wrong one. INN. Experts warn of cybersecurity vulnerabilities implanted in medical devices. That's definitely true. Red chip interviews. Okay, so the last month was like the last news was like a couple of months ago. Let's go and check out that profile. 26 employees based out of Israel. CYRN was another Israeli stock that was doing cybersecurity stuff. It just could not get any heat behind it. So we'll kind of see what this one wants to do. Inspire Technologies, Ox, or I don't know what that is, Oxy, a specialty medical device company, engages in the research, development, manufacture, and marketing of respiratory support technology to provide an alternate to invasive mechanical ventilation for the treatment of respiratory failure. Its lead product is the Augmented Respiration Technology System ART, a respiratory support system comprising minimally invasive portable dual lumen cannula, which is inserted into the jugular vein and utilizes extra corporal direct blood oxygenation to elevate and stabilize declining oxygen saturation levels. The company was formerly known as Insense Medical Ltd. And changed its name to Inspira Technologies in 2020. The company was incorporated in 2018. So this is a relatively new company as well. It's got 6.83 million in the float. What's up, Dallas? Let me read some of these let me read some of these. What am I doing? Some of these comments. Caught a massive win on INN. Oh yeah, it's definitely still in play. Let's see. One life. Dang B, you weathered the storm. I read more on Elliott waves last night. Dallas said, I need to work on having more of an all or nothing mentality. Yeah. We're currently in a recession, and the FOMC meeting is today. What's up, Donnell? Let's see. One life, one chance. We got just light rain, but north side of the city had a very bad storm. Yeah, we had some of that roll our way too. Hot, humid, Stormy weather. But oil is under $100, so hopefully we'll see oil prices fall over the next 6 years, because they always go down slower than they go up. Yeah, but INN is the main watch on today for me. We'll definitely be watching for those dips. I did take a trade yesterday on MTech, and like Dallas was saying, all or nothing. I took a trade up here. Let me see, where was it? Where'd it go? Okay, so it came down, got pushed all the way in here, and I bought for the hold of that once. Remember yesterday, red on the day was 169. And so I was like, okay, well, if this thing can start to hold 169, I may be in. So I got in 165, looking for it to re-challenge those highs. It was only like a 4 cent loss. And or no, it wasn't even a 4 cent loss. I only lost $7. I got 400 shares in here, looking for it to reclaim that 169. It could not do it. I lost 2 cents. So that was $7 on that 400 shares. But it was a little bit of slippage. I had my stop at break even, but it was a little bit of like slippage there. So it's whatever. $7 is better than holding that 400 shares down here 10 cents and on. But yes, INN is the play. Make that $7 back real quick on this one. That's what I'm focused on, man. Keeping those losses micro small, and taking plays that make sense. If it doesn't work out, every trade isn't going to work out. But you know what can work out? Your risk management. Put that parachute out there and let it work. Don't jump out the plane with the parachute and don't use it. Basically. Let's see. Dallas Amos, what did you learn from the Elliott wave theory? Says Daniel B. The more greedy the market gets, the more slippage. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I had such a I had it right above my break even, and it still slipped down 2 cents. Took $7 from me, man. Took a McDonald's. Well, that ain't McDonald's. McDonald's is $5. That'll be a Subway sandwich and some cookies probably. Then again, prices have been rising, so probably like a Subway sandwich and half a Subway sandwich and one cookie. Anyway, that was my trade from yesterday. Not really a botched trade. I just wanted to see it. If it could hold green on the day, I was just going to let it do that and retest these highs. All I needed was 10 cents. KZIA not looking well at all against the big boy IINN. Everybody's going to be watching. Everybody's going to be winning and losing money. And I'm just going to let the rat race run. So it came up from this 130 level. Let me look back on the chart. Actually, let me look back on all the charts and kind of start mapping this thing out. We got, it's 8:15. We got 15 minutes. All right, so let's look at INN on the daily chart and everything to kind of see what we can expect. So INN, we've seen that it on the yearly chart it did break, what was this, 228 here, which it is currently back up to. This little line, well, let me erase that one. This little line here, 228, is where it's currently residing. Let's see. Then also this daily chart looks quite choppy too. Has a nice little level of resistance there at that 239, and then the 200 moving average right there at the 269. And just came up there and basically retested a strong resistance point there. So I'm wondering, will it need to bounce down first off of this 229 down to find a bottom and then retest this high? Because the news isn't bad, you know, but it definitely tested that high right there. 228. Appreciate that, SB. Good morning, everybody. Let me see. Dallas says about the Elliott wave. Extensions can misdirect the analyzation of what wave we are in. An extension is a smaller wave within a wave. That was last night, but the whole theory is a guidepost for market movements, and that goes beyond internet advice and no, that goes beyond internet advice on price action. Daniel B with the rebuttal. He was like, good luck guessing the next wave. Okay. Then Dallas says there is a difference between forecasting and guessing. All these really choppy looking stocks popping up here. I see SPCR, but it's going down, so I'm pretty sure it's not. No, I don't think it's going to recover. It was up there pre-market 349, dropped $1. I don't think that's coming back up. So INN is still the top mover. And in the higher floats, we have Amazon, which I was looking at earlier here. This thing has a perfect head and shoulders pattern here in this downtrend. So it's been downtrending, gap down and everything. Bounced off this level once of the 101, or we can go ahead and say the $100 level. Bounced off this level back to the 116s. Bounced off this level back to the 128s. Bounced off this level back to the 116s. Is that not a head and shoulders, a perfect head and shoulders there? I mean, that's like textbook, right? So if this shoulder, the question is will this fail? This 112, will this fail up here? Because this shoulder, I guess it could break the shoulder and go higher, but I mean, if it were to break down, this would be a big break of that $100 level after all these tests here. All this buying pressure. But I don't know. I was just looking and saw that, and I was like, man, that's a perfect example of a head and shoulders. INN just playing around with that resistance that we marked out of the 228, just kind of floating around there. People are hesitant up here. I believe they know that the sale is coming off of this resistance, and so I would be hesitant too, but we'll see what it does on the open. If it wants to actually hold up that 128, or it might explode and come back to the 128 to kind of hold the 128 as a level of support. But we will see. I'll be very careful. Now, I mean, I think that the INN can move up too. Um, but I don't. I think that the big money will wait for a bottom to form for a retest and break through the 228 if it's going to happen today. It is low float, so it can move, it can open up and kind of start moving wildly. So I would love to see what it's going to do on a fall down. Where's that bottom going to set in? Because it had a short-term consolidation right here of the $2. So it came up 134, sat on the $2 for a little bit, went up 25 cents, which isn't huge for this type of float. 25 cents. This one could be a little bit of a grinder throughout the day. Oh, let me go and check the let me see if it has any kind of crazy stuff on it. Let's see, INN, because this may be a reason that it's nope, no shelf registrations. Let's see. I don't care. As long as it gets the volume, I can identify where the people are going to be. And I'm glad that it's got plenty of volume. Actionable. So that resistance level, I'll go ahead and draw it on these charts as well, was the 228 on the daily chart. 228, and it's probably just going to float right there at it. So I'm just going to be patient. And if it's going to come down, great. I think it can return to the highs for a retest, so I'm not in any rush. Resistance of the 228. Yep, so 228 marked on all those charts. And let me go back over to TOS. This is where we got it from. Over here on this daily chart. Previous level of resistance, multiple tests, and then a breakthrough. Not a big break, but a grind through there. And then this 228 to the 230 level is where we were looking, kind of like an area. And actually, I should draw this like an area instead. Let me see if I can remove this in the area. Let's do just the general area. So the general area up to about the 269, where that 200 is, kind of on this little range. So we'll see what it can do. Let's go ahead and jump back. So we got our levels marked out there. 230 up to the 269 is going to be big, could be big selling pressure. So we're going to look for these areas to try to hold. And then on the bottom side of the daily chart, it got down here and touched the 110. 150. So we'll just watch and see. And plus over here on Street Smart Edge, I'm seeing that the volume is kind of wonky. Now that it's at this 228 level. We saw a ramp down in buying. We saw a ramp down in buying. And now we're seeing a kind of fall off of the volume. So just be careful on this one. It's already at that resistance level. So we could see some selling off at the beginning. And see how this thing plays out at that 228. Let's see. Let's see. GD, HH Trader back to trading micro caps. Dallas, why you delete your messages? Not convicted. Okay. HH Trader short INN. Buy some quality mid to low cap stocks when they are on discount and wait for a few months. That's not the kind of trading I'm doing, Dane B. Everybody's not gonna trade like you. I'm coming in making some money, getting on out. Making some money and managing my risk and getting on out. You know, if it doesn't go my way, I'm okay, man. I'm okay. I think the difference now from when I first was starting to trade, one, identifying or seeing patterns over and over and over again trains your eyes a little bit more to be like, oh, that's support, that's resistance, that's the trend, blah blah blah. You can identify more, but also patience, being able to sit on the sidelines and say, okay, well, I know the levels that I'm seeing on the chart. I want to see during the day what levels become real. Because during pre-market, it's all just like fishing muddy water. You're not going to see much. So I want to see what's real life out here. INN, show me real life without me pressing the buy button. Just show me what real life is. I understand, Daniel B. Dang B, I think the thing that you kind of miss out on is that this isn't my only investment. I have other like long-term investments that have been sitting there for years, just chilling, still growing. This is just a small percentage of what I have. I take it and I trade with. It's just a percentage thing. That's it. One Life says INN, or yeah, has shown me real life. Let's see. That is exactly right, Dallas. They do. That's what they do, man. They come out here to blow off steam. That's why I don't get mad at Daniel B or One Life. They just, let them blow off their steam. They got a lot of pent up stuff. So I'm like, hey, do what you do, guys. If you enjoy it, I'm not a hater. I enjoy having them. They make sense sometimes, you know. Sometimes. I'll give you a strategy: buy low, sell high. All right, so market is about to open in 10 seconds. We're about to see this thing get probably destroyed off of this 228. But like I said, this is just an observation right now because we've already identified that 228 is going to be a problem. A lot of volume going through there. Crazy that it's not even pushing on all that volume at that resistance. Muhahaha. Technical analysis. Muhahaha. Where are those shorts? Oh, actually, what's this level back here? This level is a 237. Let's See what happens there. 237, a little bit 10 cent, almost a 10-cent range right there. That's crazy how much volume went through there. That was quite a bit. 3 million shares. So I think we'll get a retest if it does come down. On the hour chart, we can see this the top of the hour is 440, I mean not 243 that it's going towards. Hitting those 240s. Question is, can it push for them? And what will the fall look like? That's what I'm waiting on. Let's see. Yeah, Dallas, that's how I am too. I have no opening trade. I'm just watching. Let's look at old boy Amazon here. Amazon taking a trip. Let's see, Amazon YZ. Amazon taking a trip. 113 came up here to this let's see, resistance was at the 113.75. 250, this one still hasn't fallen, so not trying to buy the highs. May take a little while during the day. GD says LCID is racing up. Let's see any other call outs. Yeah, IINN broke that double top. LCID. Did get up and out of there. Let me see if it has any kind of news on it. All right. Lucid. Where's your latest news? Latest news was yesterday. It had an option alert for $18 call sweep near the ask. Okay. And then it had news at the end of last month. So they're getting news, but they're a little bit different. They've come down here. If we look on the daily chart, they've come down here and kind of started flattening out, kind of forming a little bit of an uptrend, but I'd love to see the retest of like 13 or something like that before, or a retest of one of these levels, 15 or 16 or something. Just retest and show that you don't want to dump. All right, IINN. We see it giving up the ghost. It is at the highs right now. Now it's going to come back and try to recheck in with that 228, and I believe it's going to just drop straight on through that 228. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And the other thing, I guess, thing would be a lot of my trades are now later on in the day. Like I do my analysis right now, and then I just wait for the dip. I just wait. When I'm out working or something, I peek over at the chart, and then I will take my entry on a dip. And so it's a very low risk trade at that point when I see the actual pattern set up. Right now, it's kind of like the waves that Dallas was talking about. Right now, the waves are unclear. I don't know what this thing wants to do. You know, all I know is the levels that were shown to me before this thing started. That's it. And I'm like, let's see what this thing is about before I try to put my money in there. Because I don't need a huge chunk. Just give me a little bit, give me a little bit. A little bit off the bottom, that is. Let me see. LCID getting crushed down there. Okay, coming on back down. Amazon, wow. This thing not just up at 114. Well, look at there. Look at that wave. Ain't that a wave? That's a wave in the ocean, right? I'm sure somebody thought Amazon was a good buy. Like, man, Amazon is a quality stock. We're going to buy this, and this is going to go back to $500 today. Getting a little kickouts, 258. Still has not tested down for me yet, though. Exactly, Dallas. That's the thing. Daniel B and One Life's their will is so strong that they believe in their minds. They be like, man, I just want everybody to do just like me, man. What works for me will work for everybody. But it just doesn't work that way. Like different appetites, different tastes, it's just some of the trades we take, I know they disgust Daniel B and One Life. They just throw up a little bit in their mouth. But it's like, bro, chill. Chill, bro. Chill. Let's also look over here at this NQ and see what it's doing. Not doing much. Kind of just staying where it was. Oil is going on down. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get those prices back on down there. SPY still sitting still just like the NQ. Love to see those oil prices coming down. Okay, mid float stocks. What in the world? RFP jumped all the what? RFP over here from $13 all the way up here to $20. What happened? See, Wall Street waivers pre-bail ahead of Fed minutes. MW Resolute Forest stock rockets on a buyout. Okay, that's a buyout. All right. Revlon still doing his thing. I know the Reddit folks are still trading that thing, even though it's like no point. No one cares anymore about Revlon. It's gonna end up dropping off the map. EVFM. That was another one that was trading along with the Roe versus Wade contraceptive news. $1.13, $1.14, but still not in competition with this guy. We can see it got close up there. The line that I drew up there pre-market, remember this little range that I drew? Got up there close to that and falling back into this range. Now the question is, can it stay green on the day? Can it stay above 225 is the question. And pull back in this range. If it goes red on the day, I'm done with it. But as long as it plays around in this range of the 225 to the 252, I'm looking to get in as low as I can in this range and see if it can get on back up there and retest. But let's jump back over here to Street Smart Edge. It's coming on down now. We got our first little pullback here off the 259s on the 5-minute, but no kind of confirmation on any of the higher time frames. Lucid. Amazon red on the day. All right, so we got this top 259. And we'll see if this resistance becomes real on the higher time frames of the 260. Come on, fall through there. Get on back through that 228. SPY, let's look out there at that. SPY took a little dip, which is probably why Amazon and them followed it a little bit. Retesting this top level of the 380s, 382s. Got all the way up here to the 383 is where the body is here, right under the 383s. I began my analysis around 8 o'clock Central Time. I don't know what the Eastern Time is. Is that an hour ahead of me? Oh, okay. You're asking a question, GD. Okay, see. Okay, so you're saying, are you begin your analysis around 8:30, then start your stream around 9, then wait for your setup on the only stock on the stocks on your watch list? Usually, if nothing else pops up, yes, I will be trading the stocks that are on the watch list out of the morning. But I'm waiting for them to come down into levels that I like to get in and to risk low off of. Because right now, this setup here, I mean, you're buying high. The people that made money on this are down here at 127. So it's like you could take scalps, but you're gonna have to size up. Well, I could wait for this thing to pull back and then get a nice little buy. But like I said, if it goes red on the day, if it goes below 225, only way I trade it is if it comes back above 25 green on the day. That's it. But we see this 228 that I was talking about at the beginning. We're going to see a test here real soon. Or I say real soon. I don't know how soon, but we'll see a test on the 228. You miss your trade chatting? Oh man. Don't worry, man. Trust me, there will be more throughout the day. May have kept you from actually entering too much risk or something, I guess. LCID coming on down. This bottom 1766 coming on down through there. SPY coming on down as well. Red on the day. So 250 breakdown. All right. Anything else popping up here that's going to be holding green on the day? All of the high floats are pretty much red except for Rivian. Or is Rivian red? Let me check. Nope. Rivian is green, up 2%. This is the kind of stocks that Daniel B likes to play, Rivian and all of these, and short these bad boys all day long. Let me see the other one. Apple looks like it's still a little bit green, but not much. Rivian's the biggest green one on the high floats. And then Veru, oh my goodness, Veru. What in the world? Let's see what happened to Veru here. Was going flat, $11, $11, then popped up, but it's still not in the competition with IINN. So I am just watching things pop up on the watch and adding them to the watch list and see if they stay green. That's one of the biggest things that I've just stopped doing is trading things that its shorts are already winning in. You don't want to, and that's I mean that's a great way to force a trade. You're like, oh, it's red, it can go green, and then you get in, and but I will say it's only when you're trying to day trade. If you're trying to hold something over a longer time period, like 3 days, 5 days, sometimes that don't matter. But on a day trade, you can get killed getting in on a red stock, especially sizing in too heavily. All right. IINN has not confirmed any bottoms yet. We just got this flat top that will probably get retested here. The 259s maybe. Unless it wants to continue to pump down. I just want to see a ceiling be formed. 250s. Veru pumping on up there as well. Rivian. Watching EVFM. Let's see. So it's flat right there. You know, Ben was in this one too. He was in this one back here, and it started to fade off. And he was like, "Man, it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." It gives these small little moves. It moved from 103. It moved 20 cents. So you would need to be up in. You need to be here, in here at the $1 really for that 20 cent move for a day trade. It just didn't ever set up for a day trade for me. Every day during intraday, it just looks absolutely messy. So I just leave it alone. The pre-markets look great sometimes, but the intraday, people are like, "Nah, I'm straight." IINN. This is another time it's trying to, let me see, what's the bottom low of the 240, low of the 240, but it is near the stupid line, so be careful. And also these little 3 bars here on the 5 minute, it has not confirmed on the 15 or the hour chart yet what it wants to do. The 15 is red right now though. Bottom of this, low of the 240. Ooh, I need to charge this thing. I remember when they were talking about creating a household charger where all you would need to do is just walk into your house and your phone or whatever, it just charges. You don't have to place it on a pad or anything, it just charges. But there were some very, very big biological consequences that could come with that. I mean, think about it. You're sleeping in a room that's being absolutely filled with all kinds of voltage and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then you grow that third arm. All right, EVFM. Again, just not strong breakouts there. It's in competition with INN. We'll see which one holds green on the day. But I really don't like EVFM. And I don't like IINN right now, as high as it is. Letting these candles close, though. Coming down here, what looks like a low of the 240 about to get tested through. We'll see. EVFM showing a little bit of red. Veru got a little pushback from the 1389. It's almost got 10 million shares traded on today. May form a little bit of a range. Let me see if it got any news or something. Why'd this thing pop? Veru announced New England. Wait, let me bring this over here. Okay, Veru announced New England Journal of Medicine evidence publication of phase 3 trial results demonstrating that oh my gosh. Sabizabulin treatment significantly reduces deaths in high risk what? Hospitalizations. COVID patients. Okay, so this is still dealing with COVID. Okay. IINN. Come on and break that 240. There it is. Let's see that 39. There's a drop through. Red on the day for this bad boy is 225. Goes 225, but I cannot trade it. Gonna have to hold that 225 on the day. Rivian had a little bit of a dip down here, 28. Back up here to this little flat top of the 29.25-ish level on the 5-minute, but not enough data on the larger time frames to really say what it's going to do. See, Lori knows how to talk to people in the community. She said, "Thank you for posting, Dallas." Why? Because everybody's opinion is valid. It doesn't matter. I mean, think about it. Dallas takes trades, he manages his risk, and he learns over the course of time what he needs to do better or what the market is what kind of edge is in the market. So he's studying the market just like you, Daniel B. He just isn't doing, a 90-year plan. He's not buying, in 1975, holding for, 2050. That's all. Just different strategies. Rivian going on up there. INN. Nice little push down. Rivian. So there's that 228 test we've been waiting on that I said it could come back to. Let's see if it'll go ahead and breach it. Heavy testing on that 228. It should go ahead and break it, really. There's a little crack. Very small little breach out there. Let's see if it can go ahead and get under that 225. It's trying its best to stay green on the day. EVFM, a little bit of a double top on the 5-minute, and we can kind of see that on the 15-minute as well at that 130. Ben, what's up, Ben? Ben in the building, awakening from his long slumber. We're just out here looking at these stocks. I was watching IINN at the beginning, kind of trying to see if it can hold up, but we watched it come on down here to this 220 whatever level. It's about to break. It took out the whole previous candle here from that 250 down here to the 225s. So crazy little mover there. Let me go look at the SPY. Veru started to rip out of nowhere, it seems, but I think it's going to end up forming a nice little range. Nice little $2 rip up. And now the volume's still pretty okay though. But getting a little bit of a flat top here at that 1350 level, 1350-ish range area. Well, IINN looking like it wants to give up the ghost right above the 225s there. I mean, how couldn't this break, right? Let me see. Very good. One Life, Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg came through and we abused. Lori says she wants to short hustle. I mean, it may be a play, with oil coming on down. But I don't know. Hustle, maybe. We have to see if oil can stay under that 100. I mean, it's at $98 and continuing down. Now, oil, let's see. What's the key levels here? We got a little range here between this 90-95 level that it came to last time. I'm wondering if it breaks this level, will it oh wait, let me bring you over here. If it breaks this little level here from the 90 to the 95, then will all the oil stocks really take a dive? If it breaks this what is this, $92? That's what I'm thinking. Lucid coming on back down into that $18 range. Previous level of, looks like, resistance was that $18 range, but it just doesn't have enough to certify that. 18.19 was a little bit of a flat top for Lucid. EVFM gave a little bit of pullback as well. And again, we can see this flat top up here of the 130s resistance. So yeah, Ben, if you wanted to make money on this, all you needed to do was wait. Let's see, you were in somewhere 109, so you just need to wait 3 days for a nice little 15-cent pop. Rivian, Veru looking like it's got a little bit of a top. I think it can pop that top. $14. It's gonna be a big move for Veru. All right, IINN doing some things. So it's that 225 level did hold that time, but Need some more time to see if it can go ahead and break that 225 down. Still got the most volume on the day though, so it can definitely get spicy. But it's headed back towards the stupid line, so we'll see what happens at the stupid line, which is at 246. And it has a previous flat top here of the 250 for resistance there. All right. SPY looks like it got back over those 382s quite well. Getting a bounce up there. Nice, Dallas. Let me see. CLVS. I didn't see CLVS. Let me see. Came down, had a nice little quick pop of this 246. So about a 10-cent pop there. EVFM headed on back to the 130s. Continue to just chop around. IINN. Let's get that breakdown at 225. Dallas said, I'm about to sit here and trade all day. All right, so yeah, top volume IINN, EVFM, VERU, and then for the high floats, it's a little bit red up there. Rivian in the higher floats, Rivian, Amazon, Apple are looking like they're trying to stay green, and also Nvidia. Roblox is also on there as well, going down. IINN. You can come down more. You can retrace all the way back under the 2, can't you? So now it is very red on that. It did fail to hold up what we were looking for over here on the in this resistance level. It came up here before, retook this level, but now is red on the day and heading down. Let me see, what is the bottom of this? The 210-ish level. So that's probably dead. Dead in the water. EVFM. Stick the stuff that's green on the day. SIGA. Oops. Look at SIGA real quick. Got a little pump up there as well. This thing has just been riding this uptrend from all the way back here. Lost the uptrend, came back and reclaimed it, lost it, and it's not even really losing it. It's just staying around and returning to this median line here. Rivian gave a little quick pop above that 2987. Sega. Veru is about to hit your scans in 8 minutes. Yeah, probably for a short. That bad boy gonna give a little bit of a drop back. EVFM could not get back over that 130 level. Got back up there and tried to test it again. What's the day? Wednesday, hump day? Wednesdays. Wait, what? Hey, yes. Okay, perfect. Siga coming on down as well. Who's gonna hold green on the day, baby? EVFM continue to try to test that 130 level, even though it's been such a choppy one. Did get a lot of volume in that first rip and came up here and had a little bit of ramping down in volume. This is why we wait. IINN giving up the ghost. EVFM. Looking like it wants to break down as well. Y'all are so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, nothing else seems to want to take the show yet. Could look at some of these patterns. Let's see, AMD coming down into what, the 73 level range here. Came into that range, but we don't know if it's going to stop there. Very steep downtrend into these levels. Well, I say very steep, not that steep. It has some, you know, some points where it came back up and tested and continued lower. NIO, Apple got a what looks like an inverse 136. What looks like an inverse head and shoulders, but I don't know. Still in a nice little downtrend there. Amazon still right under this head and shoulders pattern. Did not break out on during the open or anything. Just sitting. Ford still into the dirt. Carnival, Rivian, Uber, Nvidia, Roblox. Okay. So yeah, I think I've seen what I need to see today on Hump Day. Maybe something else will pop up during the day. But as for now, just going to just observe on the day. EVFM, smaller and smaller ranges. Veru 1350. Resistance 1375. But yeah, okay. SPY looks like it came back below that 382. Two huge push downs, keeping it within this range. So between the 383 and the 381s, there's a lot of buying pressure down here, but I don't know if it's enough to catch two knives. I'm wondering, will it push below this 380 level again? SIGA touching on the 14. 14, 13. Resistance right through there. All right. IINN continues to lose itself as well. Crazy. Sometimes the news seems so good at the beginning, and then all of a sudden you see this death in the volume. Rivian continues to knock higher and higher. Looking like it wants to go and touch that $30. There's a $30 touch right there. I'm pretty sure it can get on through there. This is a nice trend upwards. See if they are willing to buy over the 30. 29, 28, 29's very quick. Just not holding up. Okay. Still think it's going to continue grinding higher throughout the day. SIGA popped over that 14 to the 1411s. Back into that resistance. But nothing really looking like something I want to play with today. And some days are like this. You just don't see anything kind of coming back into your ranges. Everything's kind of high, and it's like, do I want to buy high to risk higher? Just not worth it to me. All right, anyway, Dallas, you said IINN, the patients won't have to man, I went over all this, man. It's the medical news. It's talking about patients, them having to take blood samples. They don't have to take blood samples with the monitor that they're putting into the market. Dallas says IINN is primed for a second wave according to Elliott wave theory, but I won't jump on the dip without indication. For IINN, I mean, it could be a second wave move down. I would have to see this thing come back and retake this 229 to even be kind of interested. I mean, it just doesn't it being red on the day just puts a sour taste in my mouth. Don't like it. Coming on down here to the $2 level. Looks like where it'll be settling. But I'm about to hop off of here, go make me some breakfast, go chill out, and then get to work. Get to work. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget, we do have our Discord that you can be a part of. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you enjoy the content, We'll be back tomorrow morning, which will be Thursday. Hopefully with some stocks that aren't absolutely dying on us. There's so much moving all around the market, but you know, you have to find what you like. And today I'm just not seeing a whole lot of what I like. Hump days always. You're in Veru. Let me look at Veru. Mm, yeah, I mean, it may go higher. I don't know. It's just I like to buy those lows, man. I love the lows. Siga dipped off quite a bit. Wow, had quite a bit of a pullback down there. IVFM continuing to just make its little way up. I wonder if this one's coming up. Shouldn't AGRX be coming up too? Oops. Because they're on the same catalyst. Contraceptives. Well, never mind. That one's way down there. I thought it had rebounded or something. Nope, that's absolute trash. Never mind. Like I play in the trash can, but there is some trash I won't touch. You know, it's just sitting over there in the corner growing hair and mold. Anyway, that is it for me today. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to shut it down. Appreciate all of your comments. Appreciate all of your chats and everything that you dropped in, all the knowledge. Um, Glad that you guys are getting to know each other more. uh, but anyway, as always, check out Framework Fortune Home channel. You can check out the Discord. If you're gonna continue trading, be careful. And make sure you manage that risk. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.